What's up, world? What's up, everybody that is tuning in with your girl Kalonda Kay? Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm excited about this interview on tonight because this man has been all over the world. I mean, he my senior, but he looking 10 times younger. I don't know if he aging backwards or what, but I'm gonna just say I have watched Shuckey Duckey, Quack Quack, half my life. We are interviewing today, and I want to say thank you. Thank you for joining me. Man, world, this is the one and only Shuckey Duckey Quack Quack. Now, if they ain't heard you, I don't know what to say.
All right, if they ain't here, Shuckey Duckey Quack Quack, then they don't have no bootleg cable.
Oh, you was on major platforms. You still are on major platforms. Let everybody know how you broke into this industry, though.
Well, I had created that phrase, that Shuckey Duckey phrase, and I wanted to promote it. And I thought the best way to promote it was do stand-up comedy. So I took a class in stand-up comedy and started using the phrase. And I say, well, what I'm trying to promote? I said, trying to promote the phrase. So I let the phrase become my name. And so that way it's out the box. And I know it was kind of like, it was kind of unorthodox. It was kind of, I don't say corny, but it was different for as a black in the black
Yeah.
community is concerned. But I took a chance with it. And when I got on, Steve Harvey got me on to Apollo. And then from there, I got on Comic View. From there, I got on Def Jam, Uptown Comedy Club. And the rest was history. You know, after
Yeah.
that, just start quacking all around the country.
I mean, and that's so beautiful that you say that. It's a phrase you thought it was gonna be corny, but it ended up being your niche,
Right.
and it worked for
Right.
you.
And I
Yeah,
and I was trying to get away from it, because as you get older, you want to try to get away from that nickname or that moniker and all that kind of stuff. But it's something that grew with coolness through time. It just grew, and
yeah.
people won't let it go, because when they see me, boy, they go excited, and they say, "Oh, that's Shucky Ducky." They say quack quack, and I know they say quack quack. I know they've been watching.
Exactly, exactly. I said, okay, some of the jokes and everything you told. I mean, you very relatable. People love you, and then you doing the circus and stuff. I mean, you said let me expand into multiple
Well, no,
lanes
no,
here.
I got to say this: the jokes wasn't working. Now, the jokes start the quack quack was good, but then all I had was the quack quack, and then so the jokes, I had kind of like an insecurity in my jokes, and so when the circus came, I feel like it was an opportunity to do something totally different. And I knew that the comedian was gonna kind of downplay me because I was doing the circus, but shoot, they wasn't paying no bills, so the circus
Right.
was paying the bills. So I gave it a shot, and I thought when I got to circus that we was gonna be doing shows like at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, and then we be through for the rest of the evening. But they woke me up at like 9 o'clock in the morning, saying we finna do a show, and I said 9 o'clock in the morning we finna do the show. I say where we gonna get the audience from? They say kids. I say kids. I can't entertain no kids. I didn't know no nursery rhymes. I didn't know nothing. I didn't know. So I did Shucky Ducky about 5,000 times.
And it worked. So yes, you said you had no clue. I hear you, and it worked for you. I mean, you came out. What made you know that you were funny? Like what Inkling said, I'm gonna get on stage and do this.
Well, like I said, I created the phrase first, and I had to learn the fundamentals of stand-up comedy. I wasn't a
Mm,
funny guy in school. I was a very shy type of person in school, so I wasn't really funny, but I had to learn the ins and outs of funny. But as a period of time, as you watch other comedians and you see what they're doing, and then you say, okay, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that, because the old style of comedy was set up and punch. You set up, do little short little punches, and it's funny. But now we into the storytelling. People got to tell the story, and the story got to be interesting, and you got to be able to keep it interesting all the way out. So that's the whole new thing now is storytelling.
yeah, yeah. That's true. That's so true. That's so true. I mean, because people want to feel like they a part of the story. Everybody want to relate. You know, they got a cousin, an uncle, brother, or sister, kids that can relate. I just always found it interesting, yeah, about how you relate your stories. You got on stage, looked like you had no nervous bone in you. You just rocked
Well,
it. Like, were you ever
oh
nervous?
yeah, you're gonna be nervous. You know, you want to be accepted and everything, and plus, most of the time, you want to be accepted by your peers. That's where the pressure comes
Mm,
in. You know, yeah, the audience would enjoy you, but do your peers enjoy you? But then when I found out
mm,
in life and everything else, in business that you're in, your peers can admire you, but also your peers can be jealous of you. You know, so you have
mm,
to be very careful of trying to be accepted by your peers. The thing is, the best thing I
yeah,
found in life, you got to be accepted by yourself, and you got to be who you are and enjoy who you are. And some people gonna like you, some people ain't gonna like you, so you just go on and just have fun and be who you are, because either way, there's some people gonna like you, some people ain't gonna like you, and some people don't even care. So therefore you got the majority
mm.
anyway.
That's right. That's right. And I mean, when you hit the stage and you say all the nervousness, they say if you ain't nervous, then you need to be
Yeah.
careful. But when you're nervous,
Well, it's the difference between being confident and overconfident and being cocky. Sometimes people who are very cocky is trying to hide behind their nervousness and their insecurity. So the thing,
mm,
a person who really got confidence is a person who's really prepared, and the person who be themselves. And they're not in their head thinking about if people like me or people don't like me. You just being yourself. So that's where
okay.
you get your confidence from
Yeah.
just being yourself. And either they like you or don't. If somebody boo you, well, that's one person who didn't like me, but that's that person. You just keep on moving.
Yeah.
Just keep moving.
Yeah. Yes. What are some great name comedians you have had the opportunity to work with?
Oh, well, I did work with Bernie Mac. I saw Bernie Mac before he really blew up. He was
Yes.
fun. I worked with Steve Harvey at his club. I became his MC for his club in Dallas when he had his club. I've been
Yeah.
around D.L. Hughley. I've been around Sid. I've been around Cat, very shortly around Cat. I think I did a show with him in Jacksonville, Florida. I think it was Jacksonville, I think, in Florida. But they're just a brief, all of that type of stuff, though. Plus, I met him when he was Cat in the Hat in Hollywood, and he stayed in an apartment.
Oh.
So I met Dave Chappelle. Uh, met I had a brief interaction with Kevin Hart. I didn't. I just somebody invited me to the backstage, and I went to back and see him. It wasn't no whole lot of conversation, but it was a quick conversation about how I admire him, his work ethic, and all that type of stuff. But I don't know him on a real
Nice.
personal level. But I've seen them all.
Yeah.
I've seen them and experienced. The one I really wanted to see, he passed away, and that was Robin Harris. I wanted to see Robin Harris because he was a
Okay.
very influential. He had the influence on me and Bernie Mac for as delivery and style is concerned. We loved some Robin Harris, and then
Yeah.
also I got to admire Eddie Murphy because Eddie Murphy put the sex appeal in comedy, where you can be a rock star, be sexual. You wear some tight leather pants and tell you some jokes. You didn't have to look like no clown. You can look like a sex star, and you could go buy your best.
You wore the leather
Yeah, you wear leather
pants.
pants. Now you make sure them leather pants is tight. You guys don't feel it because if they baggy. You don't look too good in it.
Right, right. Yes, yes. Well, you work with some amazing people. What is one of your most memorable highlights of your career?
Ooh, as far as comedy is concerned.
Yes. Or yeah, just your career, Lord. You've done a lot. You've made some impacts, and I can see that. Yeah.
I can say doing the Apollo. The Apollo was the one thing that I wanted to do, that I had a dream of doing, because all the major urban stars had done it. And so when Steve Harvey got me on the Apollo, and I did good. I did real good. I mean, I didn't get a standing ovation, but I got a partial ovation, and they accepted me in New York. And I thought, because of that Shuckey Duckey phrase, that it wasn't going to be, New York has had tough and
Yeah.
more hip. sort of say, and I thought maybe they wasn't going to, but they're going to accept it, but they accepted it, you know. And what I find out that a lot of the people in New York is from Alabama, Mississippi, North Carolina, and all of that type of stuff. So you did have that Southern feel in New York, and they celebrated Juneteenth better than we did here in Texas. They and you know,
Yeah.
so you had that connection, and I thought I didn't have it, but I did have it. And when I felt I mean, I fell on a high that when I did that did the Apollo. And then when I left the Apollo, it was a club across the street we called the Perkins Club. And in the club, they was
Mm.
having a contest in the club, and there was some gangsters in there. And they said, I give a person $100 to make me laugh. So when I get in there, it wasn't making nobody laugh. So when I get in there, got that mic, bam, I made them joker laugh. I walked out of there with that $100. Boy, I was good.
And okay.
I can tip somebody now. I can tip.
So I got money for a tip at least.
Yes.
Okay, so how do you make that decision? You know, they say comedy, it might not have been like something that you just know you're gonna automatically make it. You got to work hard at it. How did you make the decision that I'm just gonna go for this no matter what it costs? I'm gonna do it. But you know, I'm gonna take the chance on myself.
Yeah, that's what I did. I took a chance on myself, even though I was nervous, even though I was insecure and didn't have that confidence. I just took a chance. And as you do it, the more confidence you get. Now, sometimes when you start becoming popular, and then you feel like you're not worthy of it, or you feel like, you know, I ain't really doing nothing that special. I ain't really doing nothing that special. But you have to get to the point where you really got to be comfortable with yourself. You got to accept yourself. You got to accept you got to be vulnerable and be able to accept yourself for your ups, your downs, your falls, in betweens, and just go for it and have fun with it. Just enjoy fun. It ain't the end of the world, you know, but it takes the courage to step out there and do it. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna fall on my face. And sometimes you got to fall on your face, you know,
Yeah.
and then you find that it ain't as painful as you thought it was. The pain is in your
Yeah.
head. The pain is in your head because you constantly trying to be accepted and be approved. So that's what a constantly headache and horror and hell is when you in your head, you're not giving yourself some of the credit and not really being yourself who you are.
Yes. And you say you down there in Texas, we in the ice storm. You're gonna be here on
Well,
Wednesday.
I'm gonna buy me
Tomorrow.
3 pair of long johns, some thermal drawers, some
Oh
earmuffs,
yeah.
some gloves. I'm
Yes,
gonna look like
yes.
a bunk. I'm gonna look like somebody all packed up. I'm gonna look like what's it? I'm gonna look like I'm going to Alaska to the North Pole.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Be ready, be ready. Now, how did you break into like the movie? You done did Thick as Thieves. Like, how did you get into acting as well?
Oh well, acting. Well, you do, just like anybody else. You do the stage plays, the school plays, and things of that nature. I did a stage play called "A Fool and His Money," and David Talbot was the director of that, and he was the playwright for that play. And he let me get
Okay.
loose on it, and so that was a kind of like a breakthrough, sort of say. And then so I think Brother Man, Reginald Ballard, we call Brother Man, he's from Texas, and he was doing a movie called Thick as Thieves, and they was looking for another person. They were looking really. The part that I played was really for Cedric the Entertainer, but
Mm.
he was busy and they couldn't get him. And then and the director said, "Man, you know this guy named Shuckey Duckey, man. I sure would like to work with him." And Brother Man said, I know him." And next thing you know, I got a phone call for me to come up there and audition for the play for the part.
Awesome. Okay, okay. I love that. And so, and then I say you are a senior in this game. I mean, much respect because, like you said, I could tell
Mhm.
the Bernie Mac and y'all have a different style of comedy, and it's noticeable.
Well,
And I love it
well, a
though.
lot of people try to would you say different style? What you talking about different style?
For your delivery. and how you present. Yeah, like it's interesting to me because everybody have their own swag when they on stage and things like that. But like you come out and they like it's attack, attack, attack. You got like back to back.
Well, that's the setup and punch style. When you got the
Okay.
setup and punch style, is set up, set the joke up, punch it, set up and punch, set up and punch. That style is attack, attack, attack. You can put about 6 or 7 jokes within a 3 minute period. Within a three
Mm,
minute period, uh, telling jokes on that kind of style. You know, but when you start doing the storytelling, you try to get people in, let them follow where you're going, and so therefore you got to have punchlines in between the storyline. Now, if the storyline is just talking and it's just long talking, at the end of that storyline, you better have a big punch because you don't let the whole audience down because wasn't no punch to the thing. So it's still set up and punch, but it's where you're going to put the punch.
yeah. Well, see, I'm no comedian. And I just wouldn't even know none of this. So you just schooled me and any other people that's watching, like, there's some methods to this. I just was
Well,
like,
you just like
okay.
it's a method to everything. Just like in music, when you study in music, a lot of people say I play by heart. I can play by feel or play by certain different things. But also you can write music out. You got notes and things of that stuff. How you can write music. You got to count the music and things of that nature. So there is some methods to it. But what make comedy good is even though you learn the movie method, you still got to have the feel. You got to have the
Okay.
feel for
Okay.
it. So there's a
Yeah.
feel.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm listen, school me. I'm loving it because I would have just see I would have been booed because I would have just got up there thinking like they must just be getting up here writing the joke down and just I just choose how I want to say it. But you have given me a whole schooling on
Yeah,
comedy,
well,
so I
yeah,
appreciate
well,
that.
I get a lot of people talking about I want to be a comedian. I want to give a media. I own a barber shop, right? I got a barber shop, and people come into the barber shop and they be trying to crack jokes. We have the barber shop be live because everybody be talking and talking. And the guy said, "Well, I want to be a comedian, man, like you. I want to be a comedian." I said, "Well, come on, man, come on out to the comedy club and then get on the open mic night." And then he get up there and it's not as funny. And then he's like, "Oh man, I'm funny in the at the barbershop." I said, "Yeah, but it's a different atmosphere." I said, when you're in the barbershop, you're familiar with the people, they know you, and then so therefore it's an
Mm.
inside joke, sort of say, we got it. But now when you on the stage, you've got to relate this comedy, make these people relate into your story. So you got to be able to articulate it so it can relate and so they can get in on it, and then it could be funny. And then they say, "Oh yeah." I say, "Yeah." Then people say, "Yeah, he funny on the job. But he sure ain't funny tonight."
Right, it ain't what you think it is. Don't be trying to walk into it. Were there any moments during your career that you was like, "This too much. I'm done. I'm gonna do something different." I mean, you were a barber, but with
I
the
went to the
comedy.
circus. I did. I said it did done. You see me went to the circus, start messing with them elephants. Yeah, shoot. Them I'm,
Would
I'm
you?
up there saying I'm the ring master of the elephant. Then I get behind the elephant dropping stuff behind me. I said, "Oh, foot, I ain't got no shovel to handle all of this."
But you didn't even end up quitting because you end up having to get out there and still do shucky ducky quack
Yeah,
quack.
well, I had to put it somewhere. You still want to be. It's like in the show business. If you can't be in one of, at least be close to it. That something's in the show. And that's the reason why I bought a barbershop. Because like I said, if I can't, if anything I wanted to, at least I got something that I do, I can still entertain at the barbershop. So my thing was when I was doing the
Yeah.
comedy thing and I was making that money, making a little my way to make the little money that I made. I said, I know this might not last all the time, so let me buy me some real estate, and so therefore I can have that to fall back on if everything don't go well. That's when I bought a barber shop, a church building, and rental property. I tell people I collect rent, boot rent, tithes, and offering.
Okay. The collection plate go around with everything.
Everything.
Just drop what you want.
Hmm.
And that's smart. You're a smart man. I mean, these some good nuggets you dropping because people think like, hey, I always say have a plan A and plan B. You know, entertainment is never guaranteed.
Hmm.
And so that's good that you crossed over into a market though, like you said, that people would never thought like I'm gonna go do the circus, but I mean you still made an impact there. People know you. They know you. They know Shuckey Duckey Quack Quack from Def Jam up to the circus. And that's amazing because kids know you.
Right.
You know?
Right, right, and so you have to, and you try to
Yeah.
use that, you try to use that platform, and everything. That's been why people say, "Well, I don't have no plan B or C. I just have plan A," and I mean, I'm not going to turn back. But that's some people who are very extraordinary talent, and that's what you got to have a strong will and a strong desire to really make it in the entertainment business, but if you don't have that, and if you do have that little doubt or some sort, you better start putting some stuff together where you can have something to fall back on, like real estate, or like some type of a business that you can pour your heart into if things doesn't go like you wanted to go. It doesn't mean you're a failure. That doesn't mean that you doubted yourself. Is that some people there's certain levels to this thing, and some people got it and some people don't. And so
Mm.
therefore you got to know where you stand, and don't let nobody try to say, "Oh, you scared? You a punk? You so." No, man, I'm going on. I'm working off of my level and my belief level. Now everybody don't even want to be a celebrity now, because with the P Diddy stuff and everything, everybody talking about, "Oh, I want to go that party. I want to go that party." Now you talk to, "I ain't been to that party, man. I ain't know nothing. I ain't
Right,
seen
right.
nothing."
Nobody winning
Yeah,
now.
nobody wants to the party now. Don't mention my name at the party. I mean, everybody want to be on the
Nobody,
P Diddy
nobody
party.
was there.
You wasn't nobody
Now,
if you didn't go to P Diddy party. Did you get invited to P Diddy party? Oh, no, I didn't get it. Well, I don't can't associate with you. You ain't on that level.
uh, yeah, yeah. Now
Nah,
nobody went.
nobody went to the
Is there
party.
any place? Is there any place that you never would have went to do a show? Like if something they invited you a location, is there like some hot spots or places like I ain't going there?
Hotspots. Well, when we was going to New York, there was a lot of places in New York that you was afraid to go to because of what the crowd was. It was a place in Atlanta. Bruce had a club in Atlanta that was treacherous. That people were scared,
Mm,
scared to go there. For his comedy is concerned. But no, I tried to do everything that I possibly could do, when I was doing the comedy thing. But I don't have anything, you know, unless I go to. Well, I went to Germany. I did do Germany. I did Italy. I did Japan. Um,
mm,
I did Panama. I did some foreign countries. Oh, I tell you what I did. I went to one. I went to England. I went to
mm.
Europe and England to do a show, and my show
Nice.
fell on its face because I was running them jokes off rapidly, and the guy who was behind the curtain, who was pulling the curtain, he said, "Oh man, I got to tell you, you're the one with the accent." And and I had to realize I had the accent, so I had to slow that comedy down like I was talking to elementary kids, so therefore they could understand the rhythm of what I was saying,
Oh my
because
gosh.
they wouldn't get
Yeah.
the rhythm. But I'm telling you, I learned a lot. I learned a lot doing that comedy.
I bet. Would you ever consider like teaching? Because I mean, you say it is a method to it. Like you just open my eyes even more. I mean, I've interviewed many comedians and people, but I never heard it like this.
Yeah, yeah,
Do people take classes for
yeah. They
that?
have people who take classes. I can't make you. I can say I can't make you funny. Uh, I can give you the techniques and
Mm,
show you where uh, you know show you where some of your errors are, or sort of like that. But for as comedy is concerned, I ain't gonna say either you have it or you don't. Because I remember when Chris Rock started out, Chris Rock he was very arrogant on some of his stuff. But as time
mm,
went along, he stayed with it, stayed with it. He got good at it. You know, you
mm.
got good at it. Sometimes if you just stay with it, you can get good at it. You can
Yeah.
really get good at it if you stay with it. If that's really what you want to do, you know. But you
Yeah.
got,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
nowadays, I mean, comedy. There's no more BET Comic View. There's no more HBO Def Jam, those things. So right now, if you're going to be a comedian, you've got to make it on your own. And the way you're going to have to do that is Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. You got to do it yourself now, and you've got to be able
Yeah.
to know how to run those clips and how to make stuff work. That's where everything is now. Is internet.
It's
That's
independent.
right.
Absolutely.
Because these young people. Somebody said these young people don't understand nothing nowadays. Like we took a young person to the bank and asked him, try to get him a bank account, and then the man asked him, "What's your social?" And he said, "Instagram, Facebook, Twitter." We said, he said, "Man, what's your social security number, man?"
Lord, that's crazy. That's their first
That's
answer, huh? Everything
everything
technology.
is technology nowadays. So it's a whole new different time
Yes.
period.
Yes. Well, I'm excited that you coming to St. Louis Wednesday. I just want to let everybody know tomorrow, right? You here
I'm here.
tomorrow?
I'm tomorrow at KJ's and that KJ Club. K,
Yes. KJ's
on
on Broadway.
KJ's
Good
on
people.
Broadway.
Yes. Good food, good energy, good vibes. Grown folks. Let me
Oh,
say
there's some
that.
grown folks up in there. Well,
Yes.
they'll get my jokes. Then them grown folks will get my jokes. They'll get my social security jokes. They'll get rid of.
You say yes,
Yeah, they'll get those. They might be filling out application for AARP members and stuff like that. I don't.
yes, they gonna be there ready for you. Look, I want to thank you. If anybody don't know who Shuckey Duckey is, you are missing out on history, y'all. That's in the comedy world. It's mad respect. Y'all know I'm a natural loving historian of anybody that come before me, the shoulders we stand on. So it's much respect for you, Shuckey Duckey. I appreciate you taking the time out your schedule. And tomorrow, I know you're gonna turn the house down. Everybody, get out to KJ's, get out support. Y'all already know my boy Frank Lyles there. He funny as heck. And then we got T, holding it down, and Kenny, the owner of the club. So get outside, enjoy. It ain't gonna be freezing though, Shucky Ducky, like it is today. It's gonna warm up
When
tomorrow.
about
It's gonna
one
warm up.
degree?
So you gotta go down maybe to one
I'm gonna
long
bring
john per. You don't
I'm
need
gonna
three.
bring me
Just
some
one.
ice trays and just fill them up, and I know they're gonna freeze the time I get out the plane.
Yes, yes, we got you covered. So thank you for joining Kalonda Kay on this platform tonight. I appreciate it, and I look forward to meeting you in person coming soon. So
Well,
yes, big ups to you, salute to you, and all that great stuff,
thank
y'all.
you.
Peace out, social media. Your social is not your socials; it's your social security number. We
All
got
right.
you. All
Thank
right.
you, Kalonda Kay.
Thank you.